And welcome back, everybody, to the UMG Gaming Studio for the UMG Champions Apex Legends Arena $10,000 Invitational. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by a fresh group of casters, Rain Day and Girl. Girl, you're back again. We can't get rid of you, but honestly, I'm happy. That's a good problem to have. How you feeling?
Feeling really good today. Glad to see another Arenas tournament, honestly. Glad to be here. Cast with Rain Day again. It's been so long to cast and host with both of you guys.
Yeah, Rain Day, first time on at least a UMG production, but not the first time when it comes to Apex, and not the first time with Girl. Chat was hyping this duo up, so how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. You know, I took a sabbatical. I had a lot come up in October. I missed the first wave of the ALGS. So this is my first Apex Legends event that I'll be casting heading into the back half of the year, leading into a few more. So I'm very excited. I'm amped. And I got fresh eyes reflections. Yep. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes when you have a mirror that's a little foggy, you can't get the reflection that you need. I have fresh eyes right now, so I'll be able to see everything.
Well, I know all about mirrors and reflections.
You must
My name
be
is
an
Reflections. You know, say a Rain Days, so it's going to be a good time. Hey, but I am going to be curious to get your opinions on arenas as we do dive a little bit deeper into the broadcast. But first, let's get caught up on our brackets. Let's take a look at Group A, which we just witnessed Esports Arena get a 3-0 victory over Xset Girl, and that was a pretty dominant win in a way. Xset, I think, played very well, but Esports Arena being that solidified team first in ALGS, clearly the favorites going in. And then Ghost obviously getting the victory over Dumpers, who actually took a map off of them. So that was fun, at least to see now. But Ghost Gaming Esports Arena, they'll face off against each other in Dumpers and Xset. Is everything going as planned, at least for you, for Group A?
Honestly, yeah. I thought maybe Xset would do a little bit better against Esports Arena, but Esports Arena were so dominant in that last game. They could not pull through. They couldn't get their teamwork together, or maybe the IGL in the situation. They had the worst side of the map in that last game. They just couldn't pull it together. But it honestly looks as planned.
Yeah, I would say so. Dumpers Xset in loser bracket. It's going to be tense for them. We'll see who ends up moving forward. Let's take a look at Group B, Rain Day, and this is where we're going to be heading into. Arena Demons and Torrent will be facing off against each other. Impressive victory, though, for Torrent. 3-0ing Renegades. That makes them scary going against Arena Demons.
Yeah, Torrent's a team that's filled with 3 veterans in the Apex scene, both competitively and just in terms of hours spent. Eurice has been playing as a longtime content creator, pro kind of malleable switch up. RKN, I was riding buses with him in Poland in the very first LAN Invitational that we've had. And Noct, I mean, a guy who almost leads with his resume the amount of success that he's had with Zach and with multiple teams that he's been on. So this is a team that knows professionally, just knows the game well. So I expect them to put up a really big fight against Arena Demons. In fact, I have them as my pick.
All right, fair enough. Well, what about that loser bracket, though, just to kind of pick your brain for that one? DAB versus Renegades. Who do you think is going to be one of our first teams to exit in pool play?
To be honest, that's a toss-up for me. I'm coming into this with less arena knowledge than maybe Girl or Onset or Gaskin. So for me, it's a toss-up. Both of them lost 3-0. What we know about that is that maybe those matchups were bad in terms of Torrent and Arenas. However, it could just be that those teams are really a cut above the rest. And so Renegades and DAB have a hard road to come back to really get to the spot that they're going to need to be to win this losers final.
All right, well, let's get into our series, at least that's about to take place. Arena Demons and Torrent. Girl, last time you had a chance to cast with us, it was during the second iteration of the UMG Champions Apex Legends Invitational, and Arena Demons, the biggest surprise of the tournament, went to grand finals to play against Sentinels. Sentinels ended up edging them out, but it was a close series. Best of 5, went literally all 5 maps, and Arena Demons are returning. They're not having much success as Moaners in ALGS, but Arenas, I think it's fair to say, is where they really do shine.
It's fair to say that I feel like they put in a lot of time into Arenas. They had so many different strategies the last time we played against them. I know Sentinels, they ended up winning the whole thing, but they were also one of the teams that I believe went to losers bracket and then pulled their way back, or they almost lost. Yeah, and then they had this flip around. So for the teams that are losing right now, hey, put your head together. The teamwork's there. Your skills are there. You've been playing Apex for a long time. Arena Demons, though, they're the team to beat. They got second place, and they're looking hungry for this win today.
Definitely are. And Rain Day, one of the good things about Arena Demons is how malleable they are. They were so good at adjusting. AidentheDestroyer literally rocks 3 or 4 different legends, and their repeater skill is fantastic. They were one of the teams to break the molds. Typically we would see Gibby, we'd see Octane, and maybe a Pathfinder thrown into the mix, and that was kind of the standard up until Arena Demons started breaking the systems, and teams were forced to react and adjust. But I think having no issue adjusting here is going to be Torrent. You've been hyping them up. Let's take a look at the maps, Rain Day, and kind of walk through not only the maps, but also Torrent and how really what could give them the edge over Arena Demons.
Well, not only is Party Crasher coming up here first, one of the initial maps that launched for arenas, which is something they'll all be familiar with because this is when everyone started playing arenas. They were hype about arenas. The ALGS has kicked up BR, new maps have come in. So how much have they been playing? That's going to be up to see here. But when you get to it, it's 3v3. And when you have a matchup, when it's a core essence of just a team fight, you got to go with people who have been in high-level team fights for stakes, for prize pool money at a big, big level, more so than anybody else. And Arena Demons coming in second here is a big time. But, when you look at $100,000 prize pool or these things that are happening consistently with the ALGS that Eurice and Noct and Arcane have been around in, that I just give them the edge in being able to kind of battle it out, especially if it's a close game.
Fair, and I think it's going to be a close one. This is one of those I don't expect it to end 3-0. Like, how could it, after all? This is a winner's match, right? I mean, one team moves forward, one team drops down a loser. It's going to be a tense one all the way through. I do like seeing Encore actually is still added. It was in our first series that we witnessed, and there was a lot of questions, would Encore be in that rotation, girl, given the fact that it's brand new, or at least relatively new, one of the newest ones, but clearly these guys are used to it. Obviously Rain Day is weighing very heavily on the fact that Torrent, they've got a lot of great experience in the spotlights, but I'm weighing heavily on Arena Demons, obviously being a pretty heavy favorite given the fact they got second place last time. So prediction-wise, we might be split here. And girl, I'm curious who you're going to be going for.
I love both of the teams, and I think they're both very unique. As Rain Day was saying, Torrent, they've been in the scene for a long time. Competitively, they've been amazing in the BR section, and they 3-0'd their last competitors. So it's hard to go against them. But Arena Demons, I think they have more, they have more synergy as a team, I would say. They have more tricks up their sleeves. They know more legends to play in arenas. I think they're the team to be. I'm going to go with Arena Demons.
All right. So Arena Demons, Rain Day, you've been hyping up Torrent. You got a lot of history with these members. Is that maybe going to be a favorite for you?
Well, I tell you, when you take, I always remember Cole, Arcane. I mean, when you have moments where you're in a foreign country and you don't really know anybody, you don't speak the language, but you kind of just have a memory of like, oh, what's up, man? And you watch them. It's hard to not like feel connected to his journey, and also the fact that they're big personalities in the scene. If there's a patch notes that goes awry, if there's a meme being made, he's got his hand in it somewhere. And also, I just think Eurice and Noct are solid players, very talented mechanically, and also with a lot of experience. So how can I bet against them? I can't. That's why I'm picking Torrent to win.
Uh-oh. So the first duo, Onset and Gaskin, were on the same page. This duo, though, making the return, already split down the middle.
Split.
Hey, but you know what? That's good friendly competition. Now, Rain Day, I will let you know, girl is a wizard when it comes to these predictions. So if she's going to be going with one team, you might think twice about going with the other. Let's see who chat's going to be going with. Honestly, I think Arena Demons, and it is going to be Arena Demons. They won the fan base last time with their performance, just narrowly losing to Sentinels. And also the cherry on top, Arena Demons was the first ever team for North America to reach Pred when it comes to arenas. So these guys, they're serious, and I know they're hungry to get first place. Second isn't going to settle right with them, but Torrent, their first time here, maybe going to be in a honeymoon phase, Rain Day. They might have a chance to really surprise us, and this would be a big victory for them. But experience versus experience, just in different regards. Super curious to see who's going to end up ahead, but hey, our first matchup is about to begin, at least for you two. So Rain Day girl, take it away.
Taylor, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's Rain Day and Girl on the mic. It's been a minute. First off, Lulu, girl, what's going on? What's happening?
Hey,
you got
not
the hoodie
much.
on.
Got Predator this season.
You got Predator this season. What's been going on in the land of Girl? We got you here for the weekend, a couple of days of arenas action. What are you looking forward to? What are you thinking about here heading into this tournament?
To be honest, I've been thinking it over, and Arena Demons have been putting a lot of time into BR. They tried going into ALGS. So I'm wondering if perhaps splitting their time into the BR aspect and arenas might, put them off edge. Are they going to be just as good as they were last time? These are all questions we got to
Interesting.
ask ourselves. And Torrent, honestly, I don't see them much as arenas players, but thinking about it, their mechanical skills are phenomenal, right? Like we've known them for quite a long time now,
Yeah.
and honestly, they could be the new team in going for the win. Knocked, incredible. He's probably going to clutch today. Honestly, I feel like Knocked is going to be in a good situation. He's one of the best controller players.
Well, now you can't go back and forth, girl, because you can't be talking all this good stuff about Nox and voting against him with Arena Demons, okay? Nox, Torrent, I got your back. She's trying to play both sides. No. She's against you. I'm with you. Let's be honest here. I'm willing to go against them, but I got to give a shout out to my man, Wade Pinfold, the crew at Torrent coming into the Apex scene. Excited for what they're doing in the esports side, but of course, arenas. I mean, these guys are demons in the best way possible. Came in second place, as we know, and there's a good reason girl has put her bag on them in terms of winning big. We're going to find out here as well as we follow AidentheDestroyer out onto the right side here to kick things off.
And we have a new legend inbound for this tournament. We've got Ash. Eurice trying to go for the kills here, but he is actually getting choked up. He's going to go down here. It's going to be a 3v2 situation. They got their free knock. This should be a clean wipe.
Early Mozambiques. And you're right, just 2 versus 3. It should not be a factor. They're going to have to do a lot. Eurice already down. Arcane trying to do his best here just to throw the shield cell. That Gibby bubble, though, is going to spell a little bit of time for Aiden to get himself fully shielded up. And this is the way you should play it. There's no need to rush it, especially when you consider that you have numbers. And Knock, Arcane trying to take high ground. Oh, and that's going to end badly. Mozambiques and Wingman's flashing around. Aiden, Rahknee looking very good, trying to close this one out. It should be an easy one if they push together against Nox.
It really should be. Dimi almost threw that by going down alone there, but those wingman shots by Ronnie were incredible. He didn't miss a single shot. Not going in for the headshot. He does crack one. He's going to take the high ground here and see what he can do. He's going to try flanking one now.
There's always a chance.
There is always a chance.
You just got to hit the headies. That's the key, and Knock knows it. Trying to hold angles here to force them into it. This is good. He gets the first shot off. It's enough. A headshot would do it. Then it's a 1v1. He gets height. It is one shot away, but he's not going to be able to escape that one. Arena Demons come through the backside. They clean up round 1. And it's Torrent who are looking to find themselves in the early deficit.
Yeah, going for that bin in the beginning is probably one of the most tough things to do. Eurice just goes and gets completely annihilated. Arena Demons, they know. They know Pathfinder Eurice is going for that. Pathfinder Eurice gets taken down so fast. RKN, though, did really well taking down Dimi here with Nah. Made it a 2v2 situation, but Ronnie's wingman shots, incredible. Headshot to finish it off. Nah trying to climb up. Can't do it.
That's a problem when you get into a moment like this. You can see how easy it is for one mistake, one early moment, to shift the entire portion of a fight. And in fact, you could see Ronnie just playing this a little bit safer as they did before. They don't have to be the aggressors here. They're leading. They're taking this height against one another, and this is where you'll see most of these fights take place on this map, on the high ground, early on, maybe someone holding on that backside, and then who's going to flank? Who's going to hold the aggressive angle? You see the rock there, an easy way to hold, at least for Aiden, but Noct has his eyes on it with the wingman in sight. Still a little bit of patience, collecting those resources that will be very helpful next round, should they survive here, and of course, tied up.
Noct is wide flanking in the open here. One shot to be taken down. Pops the battery. He should be safe for now. But now they're on the low ground. They kind of gave up the high ground to Arena Demons. I wonder if that's going to put them at a deficit. They went for the care package. Blue flatline. Noct's hands.
Aiden now here. Holding up high. Gets taken down quickly. Oh my goodness. Ronnie with a big shot there onto Eurice. And now Noct finds himself in a similar position. You gotta wonder, girl, there just seems to be a communication problem here, especially with the fact that they're getting down. A nice trade here with the flat line, but it's not enough Noct finding himself the last man standing 2 times in a row, 2 rounds going to Arena's Demons. Torrent has to figure something out to get that either that first down or to make sure that they're all engaged in the same fight, because you're just seeing one man left on an island cannot win against 2 to 3 people in this type of an Arena's matchup.
No, and Noct is always that last person trying to clutch it out, but unable to. Eurice gets taken down here. They just had angles all over them. They gave up the high ground for the care package. Guess it really wasn't worth it. He does beam with that flatline, but he's all alone in the end. So you can't leave them an opening because their comms, their teamwork is just so on point.
Well, Arena Demons, like Girl has suggested, has jumped off to a startling lead, 2-0, soon to make it 3. Could be wrapping things up very, very quickly. And it's going to be up to Torrent to change this as well. Arena Demons feeling confident enough to go for this blue pill. And they get the shield bats. Can't quite grab the Phoenix. But again, the biggest difference is can Torrent play as a team? RKN taking some damage. Already hitting the shield battery, though. But that's vital resources. 150 at the start. And so he's going to hope to not use too many of those before he starts dropping into his cells. Noct with 3 himself as well. Back on the flat line. Has done well for them. Still no pressure yet. Dimi actually forced the shield bat. Now Arena Demons having maybe the most pressure we've seen on them thus far.
Aiden has gotten the care package, gotten the pills. It's kind of like a mind game right now. They didn't allow Torrent to get that pill in the beginning, so Torrent gave up on it, and Aiden just got it for free.
And this is the problem here, you know, because now you could see Arena Demons play so much more aggressively, go for those care packages and the pills. Torrent cannot make a mistake, and Noct knows it as well. There's the Gibby bubble to go push outside. Octane jumps back around. They're trying to chase Eurice on the backside here, and Dimi, he faces up against Noct. He's going to win that one. He's had plenty of time surviving by himself. He says, it's my time to get a kill, and he gets his first knock of the game that might turn into a win. Aiden looking low as well. Can Torrent do it? A big shot from Aiden, though. He slides back in. One more. Could do it, Girl. Hiding behind the door, but no, it's Eurice with the final blow. This will be Torrent, making it 2-1.
They actually almost clutched that one out, though. Torrent had 50 HP on their last player, and they got the shot on the back of Arena Demons, but that was really well played. It was Noct that got the initial knock. He was angry. You could tell. They busted the bubble, and they did not want to get pinched, so he full-fledged on Dimi there and got the knock. That was impressive. Right here, look at it.
I know. I love it. I love it. And the hip fire as well keeps the movement speed high. Goes out with the Mozambique. Eurice on the other side. It's a double flank. And this is what they did. This is the difference between, I think, Girl, what we saw originally. Torrent hadn't played together like that. This is the first time we've actually seen them in the same fight together and not one man or one player behind. And so now you'll see maybe a different pace here. Torrent more confident. Arena Demons, how are they going to react?
It seemed like Arena Demons had the upper hand there, but Dimi really got surprised by Noct pushing that. And oh my goodness, the grenades on RKN. He's going to have to heal that, which could give them an opening. And Aiden going on the flank. He's taking their high ground.
I love this.
What do you do with this?
So good.
Hits. He's got to heal.
Enough. You can see Aiden. He's in a great spot here. Grenade maybe jumping down from the ground. He looks up. Nope. It's not going to fall. There's a beautiful little tether there from Ash. Aiden, again, low, but he's in a perfect position on high ground. And you know Noct is behind that little rock, and it's just going to be it. You can tell RKN is in trouble here, and Rahknee and Dimi, they are pushing. They smell victory, and they're about to get it. RKN cannot survive much longer, and Arena Demons will take this one 3-1 to close game 1 out.
That was a really fast-paced game 1, and Arena Demons just took every advantage of every small mistake that they made. They get that initial knock, they take the high ground on them. Dimi had 50 HP, he didn't even want to heal. He's like, we're gonna go push. It's 2v1.
Well, you know what I love about that is that it's very much an idea. If you're familiar with games outside of Apex Legends, and you go into things like team fighting games like League of Legends or Smite, which I was familiar with, a MOBA, these types of mechanics and these intentionality with a team fight actually carries much more weight than what we've usually seen in a BR, because a man advantage, 2-3 people diving in, one could be incredibly low. We often see a tank or a player like that incredibly low, but that peel, that pressure that forces someone to acknowledge just that one player, pushing them aggressively, means the other two have basically freedom to rain down hellfire. And that's what they did completely. It was just a great coordination. I see why Arena Demons was so successful in that earlier tournament, Girl. They play so well as a team.
They do indeed. And hey, predictions on point. I'm the wizard.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. You know, I don't know a lot of self-proclaimed wizards out there, okay? You know, let them call you a wizard. You don't have to call yourself a wizard. My goodness, Harry.
But Torrent did play well, especially when they did get pinched inside, knocked one for that. They just have to pick that up together, and they can't take any unnecessary damage. RKN got naded on the roof, and they took advantage of that. Also, they can't let them play mind games on you. Just because you can't get the pill the first game doesn't mean you don't watch it in further rounds. Although in the further rounds, you can buy your batteries and your Phoenix kits. They don't matter as much as they do in earlier rounds when you can't afford to buy them. But still, you got to be aware of every single angle, and you can't give up those god spots.
And I think when you really consider it, they're kind of being outplayed position-wise. I think that's the biggest thing that I've seen, right? Because, you know, even that one time where they were able to have a longer engaged fight, it was even. It seemed like anybody could really take that one. But most of these engagements we saw knocked by himself after two members had been down. The first map, we saw Eurice get insta-killed right away going for the blue pill. So you look at a lot of these mistakes, they seem much more analytical and in terms of tactical than actually mechanical skills. So for Thermal Station next, girl, what does Torrent have to do, if there's anything, even though the wizard, the famous wizard has predicted they will lose, is there anything they can adjust to maybe make this more of an even fight heading into Thermal Station?
To be honest, positioning-wise for Thermal, if it pulls towards the big circle house, they have to get to there first. Aiden, not sure what Aiden's going to play this next round, but Aiden, like last round, played Ashe and was able to get those high ground positions. They're probably going to play Pathfinder on Eurice because there are some high ground positions on Thermal Station. It's just all about positioning here because they have the mechanical skills. There's not too many tricks that can be played here. Arc Stars might come into play on Thermal if you're going to contest for the middle, but we'll see how they play this one out.
Well, it's about to be game 2 here in our second matchup in the winner's side of the $10,000 UMG Arenas tournament. We've got Torrent heading up against Arena Demons. They have been second place in our previous tournament. Now they're looking to take first, but they've got to get past Torrent in the first place. And it certainly seems like they are well on their way. 1-0 is the start line, and now they're going to continue out in Thermal Station. Should be a bit of a wider approach possible for them. That will help Eurice use this Pathfinder grapple to get into angles. But look, he goes for the blue pill. Rahknee already on top of it. Can't quite get the med kit, and this is what we saw earlier, but Eurice stays alive. So that is a benefit. All three members still going at it.
That was a super smooth grapple by Eurice. To be honest, it looked quite perfect. He did a short grapple, but got there perfectly and as swift as possible. Now we see Arena Demons. They're kind of pinching them. They're kind of pinching Torrent in the middle here, so grenades could work really well.
Oh, and this is nice. I like the isolation. They get the bubble. They can take a 3v1. As long as they don't go down here, they can go back inside and stabilize. That was a beautiful play. And this is the kind of experience you would expect from players of the level of Eurice and Noct and RKN. They were able to isolate one and then turn that into hopefully another down, and they get it. Aiden is left by himself. I can't wait to see this one on replay, as it surely will be the end of the round. What a beautiful execution. Recognize that one player was isolated. Let's bubble and let's take him down.
Yeah, that's the advantage of playing Gibraltar. You can just bubble out. They don't have angles on you anymore because your bubble is just covering you. Aiden really tried playing that well in the end by holding the door and shooting the other two outside. But they were cracking that door down. They were applying way too much pressure. It's a 3v2 situation. Look at those wingman shots on that bubble. Beautiful call. It was quite fast, and they weren't expecting it whatsoever.
And see, that's the thing. It's not even the most incredible plan. It's not like it took Einstein to figure that out, but a bad plan executed well is better than a good plan executed poorly. They all just agreed. And we saw that earlier with Onset and Gaskin talking about how well you could see some of these teams IGLing and sticking to their calls, especially in regards to esports arena. That's why they're so successful. That's why they're at the top of course, the ALGS. And that's why I think you can see Torrent having an advantage if they continue to play like that. But they still got a big hill to climb. Dimi not going to let them pull that one off just again. Or will he? Has to hit the shield back. Already did 300 damage, though, but he's got to heal 100 of his own. And now he's got to heal a little bit more. Grapple just to get out of there. And he will make it safely, at least for now.
Oh my goodness, they had the angles on them and they're gonna keep and continue to apply pressure. That's one down on Arena Demons. Torrent are just going to sweep this one up. The wingman shot's going through. Aiden is down to RKN and it's a 3v1 situation. Dimi can't play aggressively in the middle because he is getting angled and angled both teams. He's the one taking the most damage.
Oh man, Dimi, gimme. In Spanish, it's the same thing. Torrent saying, gimme those kills. Dimi saying, I can't believe I keep doing it. And now you find Torrent almost about to turn this one back around on its head and tie it up. Arena Demons, they've got to make an adjustment, girl. But what's going wrong?
What's going wrong is Demi is taking too much damage in the middle. He's getting angled on. His teammate does not have angles on Torrent whatsoever. If Torrent's going to take the middle, you're going to need to nade them out. But he threw a nade while he was in the open, and that just gave them the advantage to single him out, and he's dead yet again. This is going to be a quick 3-0 sweep on Thermal Station.
Well, talk about changing the dynamic. We see Party Crasher in this back and forth, mayhem, chaotic interchange between two top quality teams. But Dimi has fallen 3 times in a row. First, very much like we saw Eurice do in the earlier map, and it has been devastating for Arena Demons to stay in this one. They are trying to get him back, though. The Ash ultimate will actually get them to safety, and they can pull this off. This is huge. Dimi, gets taken down again, and now RKN and the rest of Torrent are not going to allow this one to fester. They're going to go ahead and exercise this one, and if they can do it, it'll just be Ronnie who tries to get the miracle play off. But I don't think he's going to find salvation in this room. It's going to be all over. Reality has set in, and Torrent are going to take a clean 3-0 sweep.
You can't pull the bunny out of the hat on this map. Thermal Station is just too much of a straight up 3v3. There's not any like amazing angles you can get. What angles you have, the other team also can take advantage of. And just being out of position there cost them the game. They wanted to just throw out the game and go next.
I mean, this is a great showcase of what I think today's matchup here is going to look like. Two teams who have different levels of experience. Party Crasher, maybe a little bit more unique. It's an arenas map. You don't play that unless you play arenas, and that's where we know Arena Demons are more versatile, more experienced. But you see Thermal Station taken right out of where so many circles end in the ALGS and BR, and you see RKN and Eurice and Noct suddenly have an unwavering, overwhelming advantage. This is going to be a test of tactics, of wit, of experience, and mechanical skill, and it's all coming up in just a moment. We're going to get you back to Game 3 right after a short break.
And welcome back, everybody, to UMG Champions Apex Legends Arena $10,000 Invitational. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Rain Day and Girl, who did an excellent job casting the first 2 maps. And what a dichotomy, Rain Day, between map number 1 and map number 2. Map 1 was great for Arena Demons. Party Crasher is one that I feel kind of benefits them because they like the headbutt fight, right? They like getting in your face. They're confident in their mechanical abilities. But when it came down to Thermal Station, there was really no comparison. This loss is going to hurt Arena Demons. All the momentum has to go to Torrent at this point.
Yeah, I just think it was the battle of the old versus the new, and I think the old definitely benefits Torrent. They've had that experience there, and I wouldn't say it unless it was just Thermal Station is like one of those circles that you're like, again, at 4 out of 6 games, it's Thermal. It's just such an experienced spot to hold, to play around, to move around. I think these guys just were way too ready for it. And unfortunately, it just threw, I think, Arena Demons' momentum off in terms of being able to aggressively overtake and pick off one member of Torrent and get them down easily.
Well, girl, that is a big loss for Arena Demons, and maybe they haven't been practicing arenas as much. I know when they played in the first or the second tournament we had, they were very seasoned. They were ready to go. They came in hungry to get a victory, but they've been more focused on BR, which makes sense playing as Moaners during the ALGS circuit. Like, you know, they definitely want to improve that side of things versus Arena, but maybe it's going to show here. Torrent is looking impressive, but I do think they might be able to turn things around, girl, on Party Crasher, or excuse me, not Party Crasher, Overflow, because it's going to be that team fight, that headbutt fight that I think Arena Demons is comfortable with. So I think that's going to give them the edge, but I'll let you elaborate. Maybe the lack of practice is going to hurt them. I'm going to hop off. Rain Day Girl, take it away.
Thank you so much. I think you are right, though. I think Overflow will give them the feel good, the homely feel that they used to play on this map quite a bit. They have a lot of experience as a team together on this map, and I think they're overall going to do well. But they are playing against a Gibby team, and you don't want to allow them to just pounce on you. So everyone's got to be in position. They're going to have that long range, but they're going to be able to pounce close range as soon as they get enough damage too. So I think this is an Arena Demons map. What do you think, Rain Day?
I think it is, but I really think because they're going with the Ashe, and if they keep it up, oh, there is a switch. Aiden is now on the Bangalore, so this is an interesting adjustment. He's going to have the smokes, which if you've seen any of my 5 Rules series talking about one of the best Bangalore players in the world, Shiv FPS, can be so valuable in not only creating cover, but creating distractions and forcing people to move off of areas. Talk about forcing a move. He's forcing Dimi back into the base. He goes down. Eurice finds an early one. Mozambique mayhem all over left and right. Can we even figure out what's going on? Well, that's what Bangalore's trying to stop. Aiden's still full health. And so if anything was possible, this might be it, the moment where she can maybe sneak up a little slower with that double time passive and get a couple of great shots, but they'd have to be not just great, they'd have to be perfect. Hits 2, will it be enough? It looks like it won't. They might just clean it up, and they will. Arena Demons down. Torrent takes the first map in a chaotic rumble.
Oh my goodness. RKN surviving with 1 HP. Aiden would have been able to take that 1v1 if RKN went down, but he stayed alive, and then that just gave them the man advantage. Even though he's full HP, he had the low ground. They had angles on him, and unfortunately it didn't go their way. Eurice surviving for so long right here on his own, and they were able to get trades off, but then RKN, Rahknee just went down. He needed to hit that last shot.
Yeah, and Dimi dropping to low ground, I mean, that was a death sentence, right? I mean, if the fact that Eurice was able to stay on high ground, stay with his teams, and not get isolated there, they had already used the grapple in terms of Dimi to get to the pill, so he had no way to get out. Now he gets to the pill, but this is the same position, so he's going to have to apply pressure. His teammates need to help him get a little bit more presence there, and a shield battery, maybe a med kit will be worth, hopefully, his troubles there, and they're going to back off now and reset. And this is what you mentioned earlier, girl. Maybe with a little bit more time, this will actually turn towards Arena Demon's favor. Right now, these fights are ending very early.
They are indeed. And to be honest, I think they had the upper hand in that last fight. It was just a couple missed shots in a very intense situation. They still might be on tilt after getting 3-0'd in the last match. So they need to get that momentum back. They need to get the vibes back. And they're going to be able to do this. They're down 0-1, but it's not over yet.
Well, that's the important thing. Torrent leading 1-0. Aiden switching off the Ashe onto the Bangalore. This should buy time. This should create space. This should also help to separate, isolate opponents from one another visually and also spatially, just to be able to cross the smoke. Might be much more of a dangerous tactic and allow them to maybe get more aggressive when they need to. Eurice realizes RKN is involved and he's got to get in there. It's a trade, 1-for-1, and now he can come back on top. Nox using the body and the shield. He's going to hit a couple of shots. That's big time. Nox can't quite get it. One shot from Dimi girl. He's going to be on the backside. He still can't get it. Oh, the Mozambique will clutch it. Nox still has health, and there's Eurice coming in on the backside. Beautiful play. The in and out, the tag team, and that's going to allow Torrent to take a quick 2-0.
Wow, that's incredible teamwork by Torrent. You gotta give it to them. They decided to make the push. Aiden went down so fast. He does not have an escape. He's playing Bangalore. He just got pounced on, and it was just so close. If they had 100 more HP, they may have been able to clutch that up. But these fights, they're so intense, and it's down to the last breath. You gotta hit your shots here.
And it's really been Mozambique's all the way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what do you think that's it? Is it just the upgrade of the Mozambique? Are they prioritizing shield bats early? Are they just saving it all? Now you see the wingmans come out. Aiden's getting serious.
You see the wingman, but you also see the Digi threat because he's playing Bangalore. They want to utilize these smokes to get an advantage, but Eurice, he's playing this so incredibly well, and that's Dimi down first on that pill. Why is that pill so important? Could they not take the other side?
I mean, that's just giving the game away, and you gotta question it, and we'll look at it. But Rahknee here, maybe making a big play. Oh, this could be huge, actually. Rahknee has the high ground now. Will they turn it around? Arena Demons. Rahknee making some out-of-this-world movements here, but Nox is on the high ground himself. The Volt is going to be the savior, but it will not save him today. Oh, Rahknee Huge turnaround. Arena Demons pull it back within 1.
That re-knock was so essential. They were in a 2v3 situation, but they ended up pulling it because Rahknee got the entry frag that they needed. It was incredible.
Look at it. Great climb. Hits all 3 shots. Stays hip fire. Plenty of movement. And then he gets about 72 damage, 76 damage onto Eurice as he's falling. That was really the difference because Eurice is sitting there with, half health now versus almost full health at that point. And that really was a huge impact with Rahknee. But the purple Volt can not do enough. We know how important that pill is. It hasn't worked out for Dimi, but Eurice saying, I'm going on this right side here, and he's got all the cover he needs, all the shield bats. This is actually a really good start for both teams, I think, because why rush it? This is a game point, potentially.
And we do see those digi threats on Aiden. They have the smokes. They don't have the best side of the... They have the best side of the map, actually. So... Torrent will be okay, but Arena Demons, they have to figure a way to penetrate the other side here.
And I think a smoke from distance would be great, especially if you can see onto one of those areas where they're going to be peeking from, because it's going to give you one-way poke, especially with the digi threats coming from Dimi and, of course, most of the teams. But on the other side, you see Volts being upgraded, digi threats being prioritized on the side of Torrent, too. So they know the trick that's trying to be pulled with the Bangalore, and they're ready to trick it right back. In fact, Rahknee would be a little helpless under that cover, so maybe it will be much more patience from the smoke. Knocked, has to go into a shield bat. Looks like the fighting is about to start here.
Knock took a lot of damage there, and they tried maybe doing an opening, but Dimi goes down right now. Aiden with the back shots on Eurice. Can he get the knock? Get the knock, but Ronnie's 1 HP. Aiden, it's all up to Aiden right now in a 1v2 situation. This is going to be tough.
It's going to be hard. It seemed like there might have been a little bit of hope. He hit his shots, and he's got high ground. He has a good vantage point, but he's missed too many. I think if he hit all 4, that might have been the difference in rounding out on the other side, pushing together as they should. It's Torrent, it's Knocked, it's Eurice, and they claim game 2 to put themselves in the lead now, 2-1, to try to close out this series in the next map. What a recovery from Torrent. What a showcase here on Overflow.
They just played better. Torrent just took advantage of the map. They took advantage of the digi threats, the Mozambique with digi threats as well. The Bangalore just didn't cut it this time around.
No, and I think, girl, you look at the fact that digi threats aren't as hard to get in terms of at least on one of your weapons, whether it's a Mozambique with an early upgrade, or maybe if you have the credits for something like a level 4 or level 3 purple, you can switch into that digi threat very easily. So the Bangalore, although it's valuable, not even Rahknee was able to get a digital threat on his wingman. So it didn't quite serve, I think, maybe what the typical smoke and poke strategy for maybe a Bangalore would love to put together for their team. And in many ways, you're right. It fell flat in terms of really being able to change the tide here. Torrent still had a lot of control in most of these games.
Yeah, they surely did, and their teamwork is just getting better and better per game. They ended up losing map 1, but the momentum that they have right now, it's unstoppable.
Yeah, Rahknee doing his best. I mean, this was a great round from him. We saw the high ground, low ground become a big difference there, and you could see, when things start to flow, if you can capitalize on it, it's great. But suddenly, the mistakes aren't being made as much on Torrent. The early deaths aren't happening. And in fact, really, I think it's just a matter of slowing things down. Dimi and what we could see with the rest of Arena Demons has to stop dying early, and it's not necessarily his fault. It could be very much he needs his team to apply more presence as he goes for that bend. They have to take better angles, or maybe they have to say, hey, guys, the bend is not worth it. Let's slow play this and work more for high ground, more for positioning, rather than rushing those resources and risking Dimi going down and just losing the round like that, because that's how good Torrent is. If you go down 2 to 3 at the start of the game, you're not going to win.
No, you're most likely not going to win. But if Rahknee got you in the bag, there's potential for a clutch.
Yeah, you're hoping for the 99.9% chance. Yeah, I don't know.
No, but it seems like it's the Bangalore. It must be the Bangalore. Yeah. And also a couple missed shots, because I feel like some of those battles were really close, and you see a couple missed Mozambique shots that could have swayed it over to your side, and you could have potentially won the map. But now that they've lost 2 maps in a row, they're really not going to be feeling well for Phase Runner. What do you think?
No. Yeah, no, I agree. I think this is tough, especially when you look at this map being a harder map to push aggressively. That's where Party Crasher, I think, is a smaller map. You're in the engagement quickly. There's really nowhere to hide. That seems to be where Arena Demons can take advantage of it. But Phase Runner, I mean, there's nothing bigger or more bold than this type of map when it was introduced to arenas. A new area that was representative of some of the testing areas that they have put onto Olympus, where you could see the Phase Runner take you across the map in a matter of instance. Well, this is where the scientific projects had begun and had started, and maybe not even finished, as you see a couple of constructions not quite complete there. But this map is served as one of the earliest places for people to practice their arena skills in Apex Legends, and it will be maybe our last place that we play in this round here, because Torrent is only one game away from moving on to the next round.
I remember playing this map in a tournament, and I was playing Gibraltar, so the Gibraltar bubbles are going to be essential. The grenades over here on this side are also essential. You do not want to get hit for 100 or 150 on that side. And what does... we're finally getting to see the 30-30 repeater that we know Aiden can play, and we're seeing Rampart on this map. You know,
I'm a big fan.
Those tricks.
I love this, girl. What do you think about the 30-30? You know, Aiden is kind of known for here. What makes this such a good pick here on a map like this?
It's just the long range, the distance. He's got the scope on it on round one, and it's going to be able to do massive damage with the shields combined, right? So with the Rampart shields, he's going to have a little bit more percent on hitting harder. And they've got all of these angles circling Torrent inside the map. Now, is the map going to pull towards them, or is it going to pull towards Torrent? It could be either way.
Well, this is definitely a map for snipers. It's a map where things are going to get a little bit more, I think, impactful once you start getting into, oh my God, look at this loadout right here. I was talking about one thing, but it made me change my whole speech, because you get yourself a Rampage, which is great from range, and a Peacekeeper, which is the shotgun right now, so that when it does push in, there's going to be a big advantage on the side of Torrent. But there's still a lot to do before that happens. Is like we had mentioned earlier, girl, I feel like this Rampart is perfect, especially with the 30-30, to give them more time. No one has gone down. Hey, they're still in this.
So you can come out of hiding.
But it looks like it's pulling a little bit towards Torrent more than it is towards Arena Demons. Arena Demons are trying to get those angles. They got a lot of angles on Noct. Noct is going to pop his last shield battery here. He has the Rampage, but does he even like the Rampage? Let's be honest. Controller player, Rampage. I don't know if that's his favorite gun. I've been watching Hal play it yesterday. It actually beamed. He does not have any thermites to pair with it because it's not a BR, and I doubt he expected to get that. RKN bubbling up. They're going to force a fight here soon.
Yeah, and I think this is a great thing to do. What I love about it, too, is the 2 to 4 scope that he's going to have, or the 1 to 2, depending on how he's going to need to find these shots. But you talk about 1, 2, 3 shots Ronnie hit. It should be an easy cleanup here on the edge, but it's not. And so they maybe let Noct escape with 1 health. Will that come back to bite them? Noct gets a shield cell off. He's needing to heal more. Eurice has to pick up the slack, and he will. It'll be a double knockout. And so they'll both go down, and so RKN's still alive. AidentheDestroyer very, very low over in the corner. RKN technically has more health. Will he go for the revive? Oh, Aiden! Beautiful 30-30 shot. The Mozambique should clean it up, and you know what? He's just going to play the safe route. I love it. Get the res, because you know that RKN isn't going to push you, but was this truly safe, girl? RKN pushing in now. There's not a lot of health onto Ronnie. They're going to have to get aggressive offensively here.
He's playing the angles right. They have more damage. Arcan just needs to be hit 1 or 2 more times. He has the gun shield, but it's not enough. Oh my goodness. That was a very intense round. But Arena Demons, they're able just to play those angles long enough. Having a Rampart on this open map surely did well, but Eurice came in. He hit that last shot and got that knock. That was essential by Eurice, but
yeah,
the revive there, was that the reason why they won?
Yeah, I think it was, because that extra shot would have been into, you know, that would have been into Aiden, right? And instead it had to go into Ronnie. And, you know, maybe Ronnie only had 25 health. That's 25 that's missed off the 45 shot, or the 38 or whatever it would be. Yeah. Let's say it's not a headshot. So this is just, I think, a body that distracted, a body that helped create presence, and also made it more difficult and opened up a lot more ease of fighting for Aiden. So I think it was a good call. It was a risky call, I think RKN with a different weapon would have been able to take advantage of that. Maybe an R9 would have been able to spray both of them a lot easier. But overall, with the wingman, hey, I love the decision. Now Arena Demons in the lead for the first time in 2 games. Aiden, though, taking a lot of damage early on and needs to hit a shield battery. Eurice, however, on the move, trying to find the ankle for him.
Eurice did go for the angle. He went with the grapple right away, but that's 20 seconds for his next grapple. He won't be able to go up and help his team if his team needs it, but it looks like Aiden's still healing massively from that big injury he's got on the field, so they're going to take a while to recover, but at least they get that recovery.
And girl, it's a triple take on the side of Eurice. We haven't seen this one today yet, but a beautiful weapon. It's gotten adjusted a little bit into the care package. And out. And, you know, it's been one of those weapons that I think has been consistently so successful in any way that you use it. It's very much like a G7 Scout with a lower fire rate, but a higher bullet kind of damage on hit. And RKN here, he needs to hit one. Hits one with the 30-30. The hip fire here coming in. He's going to trade again. Are you kidding me? The double downs again. And it's Aiden and RKN for another 1v1 to decide it.
Aiden has more HP and has the advantage and is going for another revive. Let's go, Aiden, with these decision-making. But RKN has the top angle, goes down with the Mozambique, hits every shot, but gets annihilated. Oh, my goodness. Every time.
I mean, every time you say it, and if RKN is just a little bit faster or he hits the first shot off of dropping, this is why, you know, you have to understand it's so important. The half second, the millisecond of decision-making, committing to a strategy, it just means the world, especially up close. And we're finding that the Mozambique and the 30-30 gives you advantages in that long-range fight, but in that up-close fight, him trying to swap weapons to that 30-30 right here was that little window where the triple take could take advantage and win the game. So great stuff there from Aiden. He has held it down for his team. Can he do it again and time the series up?
Oh, I'm telling you, Phase Runner's their map. All right, playing that Rampart. No one else would have played Rampart on this map. But no. Rampart has gotten so good. Those shields have gotten buffed. Very nice placement of this shield, actually, just with the corner peek here. And the triple take is actually my favorite gun right now. Triple take or longbow. I really like them both, but we don't see that much longbow play. Oh my goodness.
Are you serious? Wow, the grenade that did it all. He took down RKN, now taking down Eurice, Aiden, and the rest of Arena Demons absolutely playing phenomenally. Knocked, well, he's kind of telling his own future right here because he's about to be. And Arena Demons take the win, 3-0 in Phase Runner. They tie it up 2-2. We're going to a 5th map. Wow, what a play. And what a series thus far between these two teams.
It's the uniqueness of the two teams. They're both incredibly well, but I feel like Arena Demons, they have those legends to play on certain maps. They didn't have the edge on Thermal Station because Thermal Station's more of a 3v3 type of battle, but they're both evenly skilled. It's just who plays it better in that moment.
Yeah. That's absolutely true. And the skill is showing that, hey, when you have momentum and you're willing to make this amount of changes, sometimes you're going to catch your opponents off guard. Well, we've seen the experience of Torrent come through in multiple games, 2 in game 3, but we've seen the almost the aggressiveness and the uniqueness of the way Arena Demons has approached their fighting in games 1 and game 4 to tie it up. It's 2-2. Game 5 coming up right after this.
And welcome back, everybody, to the UMG Champions Apex Legends Arena $10,000 Invitational. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Rain Day. And girl, we're going to a map 5. You love to see it. I'm really happy that Arena Demons was able to stop the bleeding a little bit, Rain Day, and force a game 5, because I was very worried for them after they took that 3-0 loss on Thermal Station. I got even more worried when they went back to one of their bread and butter maps of Overflow, losing that 3-1. But talk about an answer on Phase Runner.
Well, the 30-30 repeater is looking more like a 3-0 repeater as they keep repeating the same type of execution that's getting them the wins. I love the versatility of this weapon. It's an unused weapon, and you kind of see a lot of respect, I think, being given to Aiden throughout his flexibility on multiple champions and the ability to anchor his team, to be the last one alive and say, I'm going to hold it down. He's clutched up twice, and that's given the team a lot of momentum.
Yeah, girl, a couple of key points. Dimi obviously hitting back after he got beat up on Thermal Station. It's nice to see him getting a little bit back into the heads of a Torrent there with that nade. It was beautiful. But also Aiden, you know, Rain Day brought him up, girl. And I got to bring him up again because he is the flex player. And I said at the beginning of the show, right, or beginning of the series, he loves to just shift in and out of Legends. Rampart was one that he brought into the mix last time. He brings it back this time, ended up making a big difference. So Arena Demons are looking pretty strong to me, girl.
Yeah, they are looking strong, but this next map, Encore, I'm not sure how much experience they have on it for both teams because it is a newer map to Apex Legends. So this map is unpredictable for me. I don't know how Arena Demons are going to take it. I don't know how Torrent are going to take it. It is a rough map to play. You just have to have that teamwork and make sure you have the positioning because positioning is going to be key on this map because there's a lot of high ground, low ground angles that you could be taking. And if you dip into that low ground, you're probably going to die.
Well, it all comes down to this. Map 5, who wants to be in playoffs first? We're going to find out very shortly. Rain Day Girl, take it away.
Well, we started off with two really different games. We had one dominating game from Arena Demons. We then had another dominating game from Torrent. And now we've seen both of them go back to back in terms of their dominations again. And so if we're going by the way it's gone, it would be Torrent's turn to win. Yet this has gone any other way than what we expected, girl. A 2-2 battle, a fifth game deciding it on the brand new map that has been introduced in arenas. And I'm very excited. To me, the open area suggests that maybe the strategy of the more patient play, the Rampart play that we had seen come through from Dimi and Aiden and the rest of the boys on Arena Demons might be to their advantage here.
So
and there
Torrent,
it is.
Yeah, there it is. There's the Rampart coming in. I was going to say, Torrent are playing the same Legends that they have been playing. They've destroyed the shield that Aiden just recently placed, so Aiden's not going to have too many shields left. About one more shield after this one. Mozambique trying to come in through the long range, but I believe he's getting flanked on his left there. Hopefully not. There we go. They're going to be okay. And Arena Demon's taking this super huge high ground over here.
Yeah, and that's called height. If you ever wanted to really see what that looked like. A couple of shots there would be good. It does look like they are giving up potentially some access to the care package, which will be dropping, and that will be most likely in Torrent's favor. And as you can see, Eurice just holding it back, trying to apply a little bit of offensive pressure. The bow check might not be a bad idea here, since range is what they need in terms of this engagement. Arcane dipping back, see if there's something he likes as well. But Aiden holding it down from this beautiful angle here, and this is really where Rampart loves to shine. Just the high ground, maybe a shield coming up in a moment, just to give him several angles he can play from and force Torrent into an awkward position when this circle starts closing.
And they are outputting the most damage here. I'm not sure if Noct even has any shields left to his name. So Arena Demons are looking really well. Okay, Noct did get some shared shield cells here. Shared shield cells. Man, that's a tough one to say. And he pops one, but Arena Demons, they have the surrounding area covered. Do they have a Gibby bubble to be able to play and push off of? Not sure if RKN still has one. I think he's used it already. And not getting cracked there. He's not looking good here. No armor.
Very important round, especially with not upgraded weapons, not too many abilities, minimal credits. This is like that pistol round in many of the games that you watch of tactical shooters. If you can win this, it sets you up for a much better approach. And now Dimi has kind of forced himself to the left side, but the benefit is that Aiden is kind of holding in that middle side. So if Dimi and Aiden push onto Arcane, it's going to be very hard, but the bubble is there. The benefits of Gibraltar. 28 seconds left until the circle moves again. And it's starting to get tight. These teams know that they're going to have to force an engagement here, and it's Noct who finds Dimi. First off, this will spell the beginning of the chaos. It's another one. Aiden finds Eurice, trades back, but Rahknee goes down thanks to Arcane as well. It's Noct and Arcane. It's a 2v1. Aiden should be going down here, but he gets the shield battery off. What can Aiden do? Nothing. And that's going to be Torrent taking round number one, excuse me, in this fifth map.
They got a little flustered there. I'm not sure if you've seen, but Eurice ended up grappling that top, and they completely just got flustered and did not know what to do. Noct took the angles, got the knock, but Rahknee with really nice shots from up here, but ended up going down as well, leaving it the 1v2 situation for his teammate, and he just could not pull that one through. They had the med advantage. They had the area advantage, but that bubble push just closed it and sealed the deal with Eurice grappling on the height, just creating so much space for his team. That was hard to watch there for me.
Yeah, because the Wizard has picked Arena Demons. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
There's still two, more rounds that they've got to win on Torrent's side, and that is much easier said than done with the way Aiden has been playing, especially with this Rampart. Last round, the shields didn't quite work out too early, girl. They destroyed them, but now it's a much more fast-paced round. Noct finds Dimi, and that's just a 2v3. As long as Noct can get out and get a shield battery here. In fact, look at those shots, Eurice. They take him off high. It's a 3v1. Aiden by himself. He's staring at the heirloom, maybe his only consolation prize at this point, saying, hey, at least I got a $250, cosmetic to look at, even if I'm going down. And so Torrent's realizing, wow. This could be one round away from going ahead and moving on.
Yes, sir. And not taking advantage of any situation, any cracked player on Arena Demon's team. Noct is going to stim his way and create that opening for his team. He's yet to die in a situation where he pushes off of a low legend and ending up dying for free. So Noct has been playing perfectly throughout the series, and creating that opening is so very important for them.
Well, Arena Demons, if they're going to make an adjustment, it's now. Torrent, no, they are one win away. Eurice with the flatline in the Mozambique. Beautiful bunny hops there as well. He's got access to the pill, but he's using it more so just defensively. He's going to pick up the shield bat, retreat. It's really a matter of who's going to go down first. Aiden hitting some great shots there in the grenade. What pressure will this apply? It actually could land on Arcane. They got to be careful there. It's not going to get a full knock, but Noct gets half health. Arcane has the bubble. Beautiful approach there. Now he's going to push Aiden because he's isolated. This is great team play, but they've got to go together. Ronnie in trouble. Girl, Ronnie goes down. This could be the end of Arena Demons here. If Torrent can just keep this up, they're looking like they're going to close this one out.
They are indeed, but Dimi, let's see what he can do. Eurice goes down. It's off to Noct. I think it's a turnaround here. Arena Demons might secure themselves around here. It's going to be a 1v1. Aiden versus Noct. Who wins this? You've never seen Aiden lose these revive plays here. I think he let go. It was a fake revive. It was a fake.
Because it's worked.
Pros
it's
don't
worked
fake.
before.
Pros don't fake.
Oh, it's worked before, but will it work now? A hip fire going in the shield. Oh my God, it's covered so much damage. Are you serious? Is Noct really going to hit this? He might as well. Hold the corner, big friend. You will find it. Torrent is the champion. Noct with the clutch. Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
That's how you finish a series, and Torrent takes it in the 5-game set. 3-2 over Arena Demons.
Why do you let that go? Aiden, every time you've held it, pros don't fake, bro. Pros don't fake. Every time Aiden has held that in, he's gotten the revive and they end up winning that 1v1 situation. But it must have been the losing so many rounds just hurt his hopes.
That's tough to watch. You put in all that work to come back. You go to a game 5, and like you said, pros don't fake. But hey, give credit to Noct. That was a beautiful play from him. Talk about cool, calm, and collected. And Rain Day, you said, look, they are used to being in front of the bright lights, right? Being in high-pressure situations. And Noct, well, he just excelled in one of them.
Oh yeah, I mean that's an ALGS final circle right there. I mean it's less than an ALGS final circle, but it's essentially what you'd have to do. A knockdown shield. He navigates that beautifully. He gets in there for the hip fire. He actually allows himself to be the aggressor in a situation where if he stayed passive would have clearly lost. And then goes in for the Mozambique, gets around the corner, and then has the wherewithal to change angles as he's being approached. I mean, it was a beautiful showcase of a 1v1, and look at how much damage. I mean, Aiden, I think if you're Aiden, you think you're going to win this fight right here. And I think that's where Aiden made the mistake. He tried to put down a barrier in the middle of the fight. That was the moment.
Misclicked. I think he misclicked. He must have misclicked because he just stopped shooting after 2 shots. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Definitely. It's tough, man. I mean, but one team had to win, one team had to lose. It was a great matchup. And I got to say, Torrent and Arena Demons might be my front runners to make an impact in playoffs tomorrow. Obviously, Torrent has already secured their spot after that Map 5 win. But either way, man, Torrent's looking scary. Arena Demons looking just as scary. I do think they're a bit rusty compared to their performance last tournament that we had. It makes sense. They've been focused on ALGS with the BR. I don't even think they finished their placings when it came down to Arena, but they're still looking scary nonetheless. Definitely a true competitor to make an impact, not only in losers, right, in their group, but also for tomorrow. But either way, man, great series as a whole. I'm glad we got a game 5 because, girl, we don't get many of those.
No, we don't. And it was fun to watch from beginning to end. It was so much back and forth. And I'd love to see them compete again in the series, to be honest.
Yeah, and it was just really great to be right with the prediction. That was awesome. And
it was
girl
close.
being wrong was
you,
the cherry
close.
on top. That was just wonderful. Yeah.
Got to get it in before the break. Got to get it in before the break, right?
Because she was going to not acknowledge it. She called herself a wizard. Reflection.
Well,
come on now.
A wizard first.
She was a self-proclaimed wizard. She's not even going to say, "Oh, well, I was wrong. My magic failed a little bit."
I was wrong.
What is
there? You see, she can come down to earth, all right? She was wrong. Look, it's only the first series that you guys predicted, all right? So make no mistake about it. I'm sure girl's going to come back, but Randy, I give you credit. That was a solid call. In fact, you were the only one who went for Torrent, and, well, you ended up being right. So much respect. I give you credit where credit is due. Great series, great calls, guys. Loved listening to your commentary and obviously your insight as to what was taking place. We still have a long day ahead of us, though, and Rain Day Girl, I know you're going to take a quick little break. Coming on board is going to be Onset and Gaskin. We're going to be moving into another series, the third series of the day, and this is going to be an excellent one. This is going to be Arena Demons going against Renegades, and this is losers bracket. So whoever loses this, they're out. Whoever wins, they're in. You don't want to miss out on this one, guys. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, this great series will be underway.